Okay, folks, welcome to Wednesday, the 7th of September, 2022. And the market's really set up for waiting for the ECB interest rate decision tomorrow, 1:15. We will be going live on YouTube over this. This morning, it's pretty quiet out there. We have in about under half an hour, European GDP numbers going to hit the tape. And this is probably going to be the most exciting part of the day. It's pretty quiet out there. It's very quiet when you're looking at Redbook as being a significant data event on the US session. So, not much going on. We have taken a knock on US equities yesterday. Oil being sold down quite into an interesting area. So let's have a look at SPOOs and oil and Bitcoin to satisfy the crypto itch right now. So let's get over here and have a look. So the SPOOs, yeah, yesterday, really nice stuff. Tricky though. We were looking at the VIX to print up on the open here. We were looking at the VIX to print up to an area, the opening price on VIX on the electronic session, and then to fade off. What happened was we came up to that level on the VIX, and there was no sign of weakness on the VIX whatsoever, and that caused us to really drop like a stone here. We were set up on this morning trend, which was also broken. Poor break initially of the trend pre-market, but yeah. Anyway, as the VIX romped on to new highs on the day, we got crushed down on the opening hour print on SPOOs. Pulled back here, then in the following hour, and proceeded to then sell off really from that half 3 hour onwards into the close. Now, interestingly, some very big areas here to look at, especially this gray area, which we looked at yesterday. All right, but let's look at it again in the context of the daily bars, and we'll kind of get a feel for this. Now, we're looking at daily bars on SPOOs. Let's just move out to the weekly bars. And now you can start to see the significance of this area, right? It's sort of a shelf created on the high of the week of the 16th of Feb 21 here. And the low of this area is actually created by the low of the week of the 22nd of March 21, right? And, proof of that area being significant here and sort of into here in sort of June this year. But we're trading at this area right now. We are compressed sideways, right? So, are we going to just bid back up in the sideways compression from here now that we've touched down on trend? Do we want to go back up on tomorrow? What would be the catalyst for that? Well, if we get a very hawkish ECB coming out with a full percentage point hike, you're going to see strength in the euro. You're going to see a little bit of a bucket of cold water thrown on the dollar. And is that going to be enough then to translate into let's buy some equities? That's not a trade I'd be looking at really. I'll be looking to trade the euro on that. I don't really want to second guess that right now, but that is one hypothesis for coming off this incredibly strong dollar. For me, I think we're going to be breaking this compression to the upside. For now, we are well defended, I suppose. Well, moderately defended on the top of this area, coming in here. 39.15's half is the top of this area. So really, it's just like a little barometer for us to measure, how we're going on the SPOOs. So you can see this morning right away as we bid up into this above this area, just seeing big smackdown coming in. So that is not a good sign for further upside for SPOOs today, right? So that's one thing to look at. So that could drag us all the way down to new lows on the SPOOs for the week. Then looking at oil, oil's been pretty beaten up here actually. OPEC, 100,000 barrel cut a day, be damned. We had to really rattle our way into this support area again and find buyers, which have seemed to have come on the tape this morning. So, you've seen that doji yesterday preceded by an inverted hammer the prior day. So it's kind of two back-to-back turn points kind of negate each other. A lot of indecision, though, is what you can take from this. And we're seeing buyers stepping in from these lows this morning. So it may redefend again. You know, the 2009 low is the top of this area, 85.77s on WTI back adjusted. I like it. I like the longs. I like the longs. I'll be stopping out below low of day, for example, on this. For the longs, and then if we do tumble down here, I don't think I want to get on the shorts because I think it's going to be pretty tough trading to follow through new lows today on oil, notwithstanding a headline risk, of course, that should bring us down. And then finally wrapping it up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what's going on with Bitcoin? Well, really, let's have a look at Bitcoin on the bigger chart here, weekly bars. Yeah, look, I was talking about this before. 18,485 has been the destination to the downside here. That is the high of the week of the 24th of June 2019, just there. And I think, look, we need to go lower. We need to go much lower. We need to go down to 16s. And actually, it's not going to be long before we're talking about 14s, I think. But I think there will be buyers within this area. But right now, this thing's getting distributed big time. And, it's finding it hard to catch a bid. Really strong dollar is not going to help. So, how do we get out from underneath this strong dollar? Well, if Vladimir pulls the troops out, great. If the Ukrainian situation gets resolved, great. But until then, this dollar will remain high. And until the Fed stop raising interest rates, I think the dollar will remain extremely elevated. So there you go yesterday. Look at that. Big selling down on Bitcoin at about a 0.5 there. So yeah, and then down in to find some supports temporarily here. Okay, that's it for me for another pre-US session. We will be going live on YouTube tomorrow. Please do click to like and subscribe in YouTube as well. It really means a lot. And I will talk to you soon. Cheers.